Welcome to Bias Bash. I'm Cal Thomas, syndicated columnist and Fox News contributor. As we've noted on this feature in the past, bias comes in the way a story is covered, but it's also expressed in stories not covered and questions not asked. In the tragedy of last week's shootings in Minnesota, Louisiana, and especially Dallas, there was a familiar narrative played out in most of the media. It goes like this. Black people are the victims of racial discrimination, and as a result, most cannot become successful in life. Those who do are not to be followed as examples, but treated as exceptions. The other part of the media bias is the belief that government programs help the poor and minorities, when clearly they do not. They foster dependency, destroy the work ethic, and create a sense of envy of the successful and entitlement to other people's money. This is one reason you see so much looting during riots, and the media love to cover these scenes because they make for great pictures. At his news conference Saturday in Warsaw, not a single reporter asked President Obama about the failed Great Society welfare programs. Instead, they bought the narrative that more gun laws are the answer to violence. The president even suggested that Texas's open carry law may have contributed to police nervousness about who to confront during the Dallas shootings. No reporter challenged him. One has to visit non-mainstream media sites to learn that an organizer of the Black Lives Matter movement was arrested for human trafficking. Also, have you noticed at some of these anti-police rallies, the nicely printed signs? Do any reporters ask where they came from and who paid for them? Does anyone ask these demonstrators, many of whom are seen hanging out on the streets during the day, if they have jobs and if anyone is paying their expenses? And how many responsible African Americans are interviewed who label some of these people as thugs looking for trouble and ways to steal things? These people exist. I've known some of them, but you rarely find them interviewed by the major media. As I say, not reporting certain facts is just as biased as misreporting them. For more media analysis, tune in Sundays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time for Media Buzz with Howard Kurtz. I'm Cal Thomas. Thanks for joining me on today's Bias Bash.